Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Senator Bob Casey from Pennsylvania.
Welcome to Philadelphia, the place where American independence began and where our Constitution was born. Since the time of William Penn, Pennsylvania has been a commonwealth of creators, of makers, of builders who every day invent the future. My father, Governor Casey, believed that we must never forget that, quote, the sweat and blood of working men and women who built Pennsylvania forged the Industrial Revolution in our country and outproduced the world. With family roots in Scranton and her many visits to the state over the years, Hillary Clinton understands this. She'll work every day to build an economy that works for everyone, not just those at the top. But what about Donald Trump? Donald Trump says he stands for workers and that he'll put America first, but that's not how he's conducted himself in business. Where are his, quote, tremendous Trump products made? Dress shirts, Bangladesh; furniture, Turkey; picture frames, India; wine glasses, Slovenia; neckties, China. China! Why would Donald Trump make products in every corner of the world, but not in Altoona, Erie, or here in Philadelphia? Well, this is what he said, quote, outsourcing is not always a terrible thing. Wages in America, quote, are too high. And then he complained about companies moving jobs overseas because, quote, we don't make things anymore. Really? Well, tell that to the union workers at All Clad in Canonsburg, who make the pots and pans found in many of our kitchens. Tell that to the employees of Connex in Hatfield, who create toys that teach our children about engineering and architecture. Tell that to the robotics students at Carnegie Mellon, who are building 21st century robots and cars that drive themselves. Donald Trump hasn't made anything in his life except a buck on the backs of working people. If he is the champion of working people, I'm the starting center for the 76ers. The man who wants to make America great doesn't make anything in America. And it's insulting that he has no plan to support the men and women who are manufacturing products here at home. All he has are empty promises, like so many he's made and failed to follow through on before. If you believe that outsourcing has been good for working people and has raised incomes for the middle class, then you should vote for Donald Trump. I'm voting for Hillary Clinton. She believes we need an economy that works for everyone, not just Donald Trump and those at the top. We need to commit ourselves to making good-paying jobs here at home so that everyone who works hard can get ahead and stay there. That's why in her first 100 days in office, President Hillary Clinton will put forward the largest investment in good-paying jobs since World War II. As president, she'll reward businesses that share profits with their employees. She'll slap a new exit tax on companies that move overseas while rewarding companies that invest here at home. And she'll strengthen our economy by investing $10 billion in new advanced manufacturing jobs that can't be sent overseas. This November, we have a choice. You can choose a candidate who's only out for himself, who wants to get rid of the federal minimum wage, and who would cut taxes for the richest Americans at the expense of the middle class. Or you can choose Hillary Clinton, a leader with a proven track record of fighting for an economy that works for all of us. If you're with her like I am, sign up and volunteer at HillaryClinton.com. Thank you.